Hi, welcome to this video on calculating the area of circular things. So in number 7, we're going to be calculating the area of the chicken pen, which is a circular pen. The information that we're given typically to find the area would be either the radius of a circle, maybe we were given the radius, like how, or possibly we may even be given the diameter of the circle, and then we could work from there. We know that to find the area of a circle, area is pi times the radius times itself, so radius times radius, or radius squared. So normally if we're just given the radius, we can plug it into the formula and go from there. But in this problem, they're not actually giving us the radius or the diameter, they're giving us the circumference, because they're telling us that this fencing is about 176 feet around. And so that is actually the circumference. So in this problem, they're giving you the circumference of the circle, which is 176 feet, and then you're asked to find the area. So how do I do that? Well, I'm going to use the information they're giving me about the circumference and the formula I know for circumference, which is, the formula for circumference is, well, there's more than one. Let's use this one. Let's use 2 times pi times r, because I want r over here. So 2 times pi times r, and that equals 176. So now that I've written it this way, and I put the formula where the c is, now I realize I have an equation to solve. And you might think there's 2 variables here, but really there's only one, which is the radius, because pi is a number. So what this is saying is 2 times pi, which is 2 times 3.14, times the radius that I don't know, is going to be 176. So I'm going to use my equation solving skills to solve this equation. Remember, first we're going to simplify. So I'm going to simplify by multiplying 2 times pi. So that would be 2 times pi would be, 6.28. So 6.28 times the radius equals 176. Let me bring this down here. So I have 6.28 times the radius, what I don't know is 176. That's how they found that. So to solve this, I'm just going to divide. And I get that r is about 28 point, I'm going to go out just one decimal place. Let's see, about 28.03. I've got 2 decimal places. That's about what the radius is, not exact. So I'm going to, and since if you look at it, I mean, how exact am I being? So I'm just going to go ahead and use this 28 for the radius, because they gave me the circumference as a whole number. So I'm going to use the radius. I'm going to round it to the nearest whole number. So now that I have the radius from solving, I'm going to plug that into my area formula and do pi times 28 times 28, or 28 squared, and I would get 784 pi. Wow, it's big. So 784 pi, and then that's the exact thing, but remember this is a real life situation, so I'm going to use 3.14 for pi and multiply that out and get, it's about 2,460, so I'm getting 61.76, so it's about 200, and I'm going to round to the nearest whole number again. So about 2,462, I remember it's about, and that would be square feet. That's a lot of room for those chickens. Awesome. So that would be number 7 here. And now let's just look at a couple of these area problems. I'm just going to choose to do letter C, but just know that A and B are kind of similar to it. So it's asking for the shaded region. So I'm actually only finding the area of this pink circular region. And that pink region is made up of, imagine before, put it this way, imagine before there was a pink circle. Okay, and that pink circle had a diameter of 8. Okay, so there it was. And then someone came around and cut a hole out of that pink circle. and only left behind this rim, and the hole they cut out of it had a diameter of 5. So that's what that picture is showing. So I'm going to do the math in the same way. I'm going to start with the area of the circle, the whole circle. So I'm going to start with the area when the circle was its original 8 across. So that means the radius would be 4, because I have to divide that by 2. So that would give me this. That's the beginning. So what would the area have been before they cut the center out? So then the area would have been 16 pi, which is about 50.24, okay? So that was the original before they cut out the center. So how much did they cut out? So this part here, let's see how big of a circle they cut from there. So I'm going to find the circle of the area of the cutout part. So that would be, again, area is pi r squared. So if I do pi times the radius, well, the radius is not 5, the radius is half of 5, which is 2.5. So I'm really finding the area by multiplying 2.5 squared is 6.25 times pi, which is about 19.625. So is that the answer? Well, no, that's the part they cut out. So how do I find the final answer? Well, to find the final answer, I'm going to take the original amount, which is 50.24, and I'm going to cut out or subtract away the hole that was 5 in diameter, and then my end result would be about 30.615. So I'm going to say it's about 30.6. That's probably close enough. Centimeters squared. So that is the area of that pink ring. So that's how you do letter C. You can notice that letter B is given in the same way, except they're giving you the radii. So they're telling you that the radius of the original pink circle before it was cut would have been 11. And then they cut out a circle with a radius of 9. So when you do your math, you don't have to divide by 2 because they're giving you the radius. And when you go back and do letter A, they're telling you the radius of this circle is 8. Well, that circle is being cut out of this original square. So you want to start by finding the area of the original square. And well, how long is the side of the square? Well, if you notice, it's going to take 2 of these radii to make the side length here, and that would be 16. So once I know that the side of the square is 16, I can find the area of the square and then find the area of the circle that's cut out and subtract them. So there you go. I hope that helps. Thanks.